Ferdinand Pascual Aguilar, better known as Freddie Aguilar or Ka Freddie Aguilar, is a folk musician from the Philippines. He is best known for his rendition of Bayan Ko, which became the anthem for the opposition to the Marcos regime during the 1986 People Power Revolution, and for his song Anak, the best-selling Philippine music record of all time. He is heavily associated with Pinoy rock. He is well known internationally, and within the Philippines and Asia-Pacific region, claiming fame as one of the best musician-songwriters of the Philippines. Early life: Freddie Aguilar's musical beginnings started when he was young. At the age of 14, he wrote songs. When he was 17 years old, Aguilar played his first guitar. By the time he was 20 years old, Freddie Aguilar performed on stage for the first time. Freddie Aguilar studied electrical engineering at the Guzman Institute of Technology but did not finish the degree program. Instead he pursued music, became a street musician, and then a folk club and bar musician. At the age of 18, Aguilar parted ways with his family and quit college. After realizing and regretting his mistakes 5 years later, he composed the song Anak. Influences. Freddie Aguilar's influences include Anglo-American folk rock stars like Cat Stevens and James Taylor. He is also heavily influenced by his Filipino heritage, nationalist feelings, and tries to constitute a musical exploration of the Filipino ethos. Career. International acclaim. Freddie Aguilar's Anak not only broke the Philippine record charts in 1979, but it also hit the #1 spot in Japan and achieved considerable popularity in other countries such as Indonesia, Malaysia, Hong Kong, and parts of Western Europe. The song has become so famous that, by some counts, it has been recorded in as many as 100 versions in 23 languages throughout the world. Billboard reported that the song was the #2 world hit of the 1980s. As of 2006, it was unsurpassed as the highest-selling record of Philippine music history. Political activism. Even before Aguilar's rendition of Bayan Ko, Aguilar created and performed songs targeted at social injustices. His album, Magdalena, included songs about a girl forced into prostitution as a result of poverty and the Christian-Muslim clashes in his song Mindanao. After the album, Freddie Aguilar also sang about the injustices suffered by the powerless, poverty, and the arrogance of superpowers in a song about the US and Russia. 5 years after the composition of Anak, Freddie Aguilar joined protests against the Marcos regime and began writing and performing songs that criticized the excesses of the government. Some of the songs that caused him to be banned from mainstream media include Katarungan, or Justice, Panjako, and Luz V. Minda. One of the songs he was most remembered for during the time was his interpretation of Bayan Ko, in which he added a verse to the original piece. Bayan Ko. In 1978, Aguilar first recorded Bayan Ko in a patriotic effort to, in his words, jolt back those who were starting to forget who we really are. He also provided a rendition of the song as it is inspiring and gave him excitement and a surge of power. The song was originally composed in 1928 by Constancio de Guzman, with lyrics by poet Jose Corazon de Jesus, during a time of struggle for Philippine independence from U.S. occupation. It emerged once again during the Marcos regime as the unofficial anthem of the emergent people of People Power, the new democratic nation opposed to authoritarianism that is widely credited with the deposing of Ferdinand Marcos. In 1983, the assassination of Benigno Ninoy Aquino triggered massive demonstrations against the Marcos dictatorship, and Aguilar's rendition of Bayan Ko was played on the radio and speakers mounted on jeepneys throughout the streets of Manila and the provinces of the Philippines. At the funeral of Senator Aquino, Freddie Aguilar sang Bayan Ko, and felt that Aquino was a man of action who even gave his life for the freedom of the Philippines. During the performance, Freddie Aguilar did not feel scared anymore and felt strong and confident. He then decided to join the cause as well. Aguilar, along with APO Hiking Society and other Pinoy pop musicians who took a stand against dictatorship, joined other protest singers in music and street performances as part of the anti-Marcos rallies. A few years later, Aguilar campaigned for the presidential candidacy of Ka Freddie Aguilar in the national election that would lead to the 1986 revolt. Aguilar mentioned in an interview with ABS-CBN News that the lyrics of the song combines the love the Filipinos have for their country, commemorate the Aquino family, and commitment to the country. Even in this modern time, Filipinos will identify Bayan Ko as the nation's protest anthem. Present day On January 18, 2008, Aguilar received the Asia Star Award from the Asia Model Award Festival in Korea. Aguilar still lives in the Philippines, and continues to perform. He currently has moved to his own place dubbed Ka Freddie's. He still has a strong following in the Philippines and among many Filipinos living overseas. Personal life: in 1978, he married Josephine Quapo and with her had 4 children, Maegan, Jonan, Isabela, and Jericho Aguilar. They separated after 22 years in 2000. On October 17, 2013, Aguilar openly admitted, in spite of the controversy that followed, that he is in a relationship with a 16-year-old girl, with plans to marry and even have children, as his partner insisted that she is willing to have a baby. On November 22, 2013, Aguilar, under Islamic rites, married his partner in Bulan, Maguindanao. Aguilar had converted to Islam 6 months prior to these reports, so that he could marry his 16-year-old girlfriend. His Muslim name is Abdul Farid. Discography: Popular songs, in chronological order, date or year of release: 1978 Anak, 1976 Alila, 1980 Pulubay, 1980 Bulag, Piat Binji, 1981 Ang Buain Ga Naman Ng Tao, 1984 Pinoy, 1978 Bayan Ko, 1983 Magdalena, 1983 Mindanao, 1986 Katarangan, 1989 Luz Verminda, 1989 Panjaco, 1987 D. Ka Nag-Isa, 1985 Mga Bata za Negros, 1988 Estudiante Blues, 1985 Ipaglalaban Ko, 1994 Kamusta Ka, 1994 Pasko and Damdamin. See also, Philippine folk music, People Power Revolution. References. External links: Manong Freddie Aguilar's official website, recordings on White Alien website of Freddie live at Ka Freddie's.